everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. I hope you can hear me. If somebody can give me a mic check, I'd appreciate it. I just had an audio problem just before we were starting up, so I'm hoping the mic is working. I had to change mics. Anyway, here we are today. Thanks for stopping by. As of today, we have 821 subscribers. How cool is that? Pretty neat. And I appreciate every single one of them, from the newest one to the oldest one. That's way beyond my expectations when I started this a while back ago. But help the channel grow. Hit that like button if you're watching it later or you're watching it today. Subscribe if you haven't done so, because it doesn't cost you anything, and it does help the channel grow. And lastly, put some remarks down there. I'll answer them. I'll get back with you. And so what are we doing today? We're doing the month, the end of February, this is the last Sunday of the month, our question and answer session, along with the channel's monthly wrap-up report. I see we got one person more out there looking. I was hoping you could give me an audio check and let me know that you can hear me. They're going in and out. I guess we'll just have to wait till it's all over. It's a free game that was the giveaway for 800 subscribers. It was won by subscriber Larry Mullins 111, and Larry picked out Western Legends game, and I sent it to him, and he reported back that it arrived in good condition. I always worry when I got to mail them because of the shipping things in the mail. Sometimes it gets damaged. I have not had one that I mailed yet damaged, so I keep my fingers crossed. Okay, so this is the question and answer period. If you got any questions you want to ask me, put it up there on the screen. I'll answer. Also, my question for today would be if you played any games in February, what game was it did you have the most fun with? I'm still wondering if my audio is working or not. So if anybody can give me an audio check, let me know in the remarks whether you can hear me or not, because I had to change mics just before the show started. I'm having some problems with that new Blue Yeti I got for Christmas. It seems to break up or stop all of a sudden. I don't know. Maybe it's one of my settings. Anyway, today I'll do a quick report on February activities. And thank you very much for Holly. The audio, this is working. Yeah, I had to switch mics right just before it stopped, or before it started, because the Blue Yeti crapped out on me again. By the way, I'll talk about February's activities, my favorite teams, and all of that stuff that we do every month. But if you played any games in February, folks, let me know in the remarks. What did you have the most fun with? I think I had the most fun with Distilled. Well, that was our game night game this week, this month. We played 3 people, and this is where you inherit a refinery, and you got to try to become the master brewer, the master distiller. And my grandson Nick won again. Him or AJ are always winning, it seems like. I haven't won for ages, but I have won a game on game night. So anyway, let's go. What did we do on February? Okay. Counting this broadcast, we had 21 videos up on the channel this month. It's been probably about what I've been running. As far as live broadcasts, I did do the top 23 sports board game up there. See, hi Phoenix Knight, how you doing? Oh, yeah, I have not done Inside Pitch. If you saw my video a while back ago of the games that scared me off, this one has scared me off for a while. I don't know why. I might give it a shot one of these days. I hear a lot of good stuff for it, but it scared me off. Thanks for checking in. Like I said, Distilled was the one that we had fun with, where you make gin and soju. You got to have all the ingredients, and you put them all together, and it's cards and that. Pretty nice, pretty good game. And then let's see. the broadcast. I did do the sports board game, the top 2023 board games, sports board games that I played. I did talking about number 2, the live discussions. Was on Super Bowl Sunday. We did it early. It's normally going to be the second Sunday of every month at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but we did it early this month because of the Super Bowl. And one of all, we had like 7 or 8 people show up for the discussion, and that was kind of cool. I was kind of hoping to build that one up a little bit more. So tell your friends about it. Get some more people, and it's 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, second Sunday of the month, like the ticker says. It'll be on March the 10th the next time. And then, of course, this end of month report, which is done at the last Sunday of every month. PC games that I played was American Truck Simulator. I did 3 videos. I did introduce some new mods, so the graphics got nicer, like on the trees and the buildings and so forth. And it also introduced snow. I got to driving into some snow. And if you follow that one, watch for the next one. It turned out to be a real disaster. I tried something new. You probably get a good laugh about that one. I need some practice with something, but I won't give it up. Check it out when it comes out. It comes out tomorrow or the next day, I think. There. All right, I did 4 videos on what used to be called Spinning Today, but I've kind of renamed it to Spinning This Week. And then I do a recap and show the albums or the CDs that I have listened to during the week. I try to listen to at least one a day during the week, and I tell the people about, the album or the CD, the group, and when the album came out. And so just a little bit about each album. I'm not an expert, but I know there's music lovers out there. Tell your friends about this one too. They might like to come on and watch it when they see it pop up. Been trying to do them now on Friday or Saturday. So watch for them. They're called Spinning This Week. I just put one out yesterday, I think it was. Okay. Tell your friends. Then the sports board games that I played this month. I played Status Pro Basketball twice. The Phil Graham version, the Knicks and the LA Lakers series finished with a surprising winner that will go on to face the winner of the 76er Boston for the championship. That's a project I've had going for a long, long time. And so that ought to be exciting. Check it out to see who won that series between the Knicks and the Lakers. I played 2 History Maker baseball games using the Cooperstown Hall of Fame editions cards. Pretty good. Like, it should be having another one coming up relatively soon. I haven't done for a while. I like that. History Maker Baseball gives us a different view from the other baseball games, give us a different way of looking at the mechanisms and so forth. It's pretty cool. I did do 1 History Maker golf tournament using the all-time great golfers, but the way I recorded it was way too long. It was like over 2 hours long. So I know where I did what I did wrong. So the next one I'm going to do is going to be the 2010 All-Stars. It's like All-Stars from the 2010 to 2019. And I'm going to be cutting the video down. You'll still see a lot of the action in the final stuff, the back 9 especially, but I got to cut it down a little bit. I did I forgot to say something up there anyway. Anyway, I did one of our subscribers asked me to put Strat-O-Matic baseball back up on the channel, and I did get 1 game done so far. As there's more going to be coming, and I used the cards and the dice from baseball, but I used the PC version of Strat-O-Matic baseball to enter the results, so that it keeps the stats for me. As you guys probably know, I like keeping the stats. I used to, for years, I had to do them by hand, and that just takes too long. I played two replay basketball games in my 1985 and 1986 tournament that's going on. There'll be another 1 or 2 coming along here. And just looking over there, I got the Sabre game on over there. So if you see me looking over there real quickly, I wanted to see what was happening. And I played 1 more replay baseball game in the all franchise teams tournament that I got going on. She said I got a lot of tournaments and so forth. That's because my projects I got 2 full season replays going on, and one in Napa and one in Fall Classic baseball. They just take so long that I kind of like to see the lights at the end of the tunnel a little sooner. That's why some of these tournaments take a long time too. But that's why I use a lot of tournaments in my games. I didn't make any videos on war board games this month, and we'll talk about one later. But I did do a solo playthrough of a multiplayer game called Imperial Miners. That's in the same family. It used to be Imperial Settlers, and then it was Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North, and then it's just Imperial Miners. If you're looking for a nice, quick game, for the family or for like a game night when you just had a long one, you want to play one quick one, this one will kind of fit the mood for you. Hey, K2 Wilts, how you all doing? What is a good boxing game for a beginner, for someone to get started with? It can be cards or dice. As always, enjoy the channel. Thank you very much, and thanks for joining. Well, I have 2 boxing games that I go by. One of it's Title Bout 2, and the other one is the Legends of Boxing. For a beginner, I think I would go Legends of Boxing, but it's all up to check them out. There's some videos out there on YouTube or both of them. I do on my want list. I have Glory Days Boxing, but I have not picked it up yet. But I do have Legends of Boxing. I've done a tournament. I got a couple videos on it, and I hit Title Bout 2, which I haven't done for a long time, and I can hear it crying to get on the tables. Yeah, so that's what I would recommend. Either one of them be a good choice. And then let's see what we got. Requests. I did meet the request to get the Strat-O-Matic baseball back up there, but I'm not on the channel. But I'm not going to stop. It's going to continue. It's a project that's been going on for a long time. It's a Hall of Fame league where I did a random draft of all the Hall of Fame players, and then I signed it. And this one there, I used like AAA, like the Toledo, Buffalo Bisons and Toledo Mudhens, and their team names and that. Whereas on the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown edition of History Maker Baseball, I used real team names on them. And so if there is, and then there was another one I was asked about if I would ever think about putting Status Pro football on the table. I think I did report that I have looked at that. I found the rules that I had were really, really old. I could hardly read them, but I have acquired a new set of rules. So I'm looking at it, but I don't know if it's going to be at the table because I think it's a little bit hard to play solo, but don't hold me to that. Now I was looking up there. Somebody asked me if I was a hockey player because I lost my teeth. No, my partial broke and I'm waiting for the dentist to fix it. Let's see. Yeah, so there's something you would like me to consider on the channel to look at doing, let me know in the remarks, and we'll look at it. And if I can do it, even if it, costs me some money, I'll do it, unless it's one of those, don't be asking me to do $100 games. Okay. I do have $100 games, but they're kind of rare in between. Personal gaming activities, like I talked about at the beginning, we played Distilled with 3 players. It is a very good game. There's a lot going on it. It's not hard, but just a lot. And everyone that played it liked it, and that's one of the guys said that he thinks that's like in his top 5 already, just after one play. And they both decided they would like to play it again. So we'll see, might see that again. I'm also playing on one of my tables. I'm playing Conquering the Valley, in particular the Battle of Cross Keys. That was like the second last battle of Andrew Stonewall Jackson's Shenandoah Valley campaign in 1862. It's from Tiny Battle Publishing, and it is in the Shattered Union series. I may be flipping it over when I'm done with this one and playing the Port Republic. If I do, I'll put a demo up on that. Or maybe I won't play the whole thing on the line, but I'll give you the demo of it. And then let's see, what did I do? What else did I got? Superstar Baseball. Season 24 is now going into the playoffs. Happy to say all 4 of my teams, the wild cards in both the AL and the NL are done. Now we're going into the division playoffs, and all 4 of my teams made the playoffs. Boston, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Atlanta. They're all 4 different divisions. So I got, say 4 out of 8. I got a 50% chance of winning the World Series this year, but we'll see. It's a tough game. I love it. I've been playing this from the early 80s with friends. If you're ever interested in wanting to join our league, let me know. I'll send you the stuff. You don't have to be here in person to play. Okay, and what do I got working on the table right now? Well, of course I do. I just said I have Conquering the Valley working on 1. I have Inside the Crease Hockey working on another one. It's the 2006-2007 playoffs underway. I have Replay Basketball, the 85-86 tournament going on another table. And I just set up season ticket baseball for the next game in my 1955 tournament. We're in the best of 3 and second game in the best of 3 right now of Cincinnati and Philadelphia from 1955. So that'll be coming out pretty quick too. What are my plans for March? All right, let me roll it up here so I can check my notes here. Now the old man's got to make a lot of notes. Okay. Of course, we're going to do the talking about number 3. So if you got a subject you like to talk about, just bring it in. Let me know ahead of time if you want me to plan something, or just bring it into the video. That's what happened last time, and we covered about 2 or 3 different subjects, which is okay. It was that was a nice session, the last one. And then the monthly report will continue. Also, I've been doing this for over a year now. And I'm going to be participating in another board game night, but I don't know what the game is going to be. It's not my month to pick it. Unboxings will continue. I got a couple things to unbox that came in recently. I think they're war games. PC games, American Truck Simulator for sure. Make sure to get a good laugh out of the one that's coming up. What else do I got? I always say I want to get Tower Simulator 3 or Starfield back up. And for heaven forbids, I want to, but it always seems like something comes up that prohibits me cuts my time down on those. Let's see, what else am I going to be doing? Okay. Vinyl spinning this week or today is going to continue. So starting to pick up a little momentum on views. I'd like to, to share this music with the music lovers or anybody out there interested in the history of music. I'm not all that knowledgeable. I'm learning more now that I got back into music than I did in the early years. Why? Well, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, we didn't have social media to be able to go up and search Buffalo Springfield or Eric Clapton or an album. But I'm doing that now, and learning a lot more and enjoying it more. Enjoying my collection of vinyl and CDs more. So I want to share it with you. And then let's see what we got. More sport game replays. Baseball. The APA and Fall Classic projects are going to be resuming pretty soon. The APA one is the 1961 Detroit replay, which have been going on for 2 baseball seasons. I kind of shut them down in the wintertime, as you probably noticed. And that's where I play the APA using the cards and dice, and I use PC replay baseballs to enter the stats, or for the plays for the stats. And Fall Classic Baseball, I'm doing the 1956 Yankee replay to see if Mickey can repeat his Triple Crown. And let's see. I'm sure that payoff pitch and triple play baseball will also make its way back on to the table, but I don't know how many I can get in this 1 month. I don't want to just have all baseball, especially since we still have hockey and basketball ongoing. The football, I kind of shut that down for the season until next football season. Golf tournament, I am going to use History Maker Golf and do another tournament like I talked about earlier with the 2010 to 2019 All-Stars. A lot of good golfers in that group. And then hockey and basketball continue. I think Hockey Bones and Shootout Hockey will get some more time on the table before the hockey season ends, which was starting to run down too now, but hockey playoffs are a long time, or run a long time. And lastly, multiplayer demos. I will continue to try to get those demos or playthroughs out on the table, so that you can see one, like I did with Imperial Miners this month. So because a lot of people are looking for family games, and I want to try to provide something that. So if you want to know when I put something out, just come when you're on your way down there in YouTube, go down there and hit that bell down there. It'll give you a notification. And again, don't hesitate to ask me to do something. I'm more than happy to do it. I call this our channel. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe. Push it out in your social media channels and tell your friends. Okay, we're going to go into my favorite sports teams now. Got one over here going. It's a good one, 1-1. But anyway, the Detroit Tigers. Last month, I said that I thought the third base issue would be over with the signing of Colt Keith. He's never been in but he signed a big contract. He's coming up. But shortly after I said that, the Tigers announced that he was going to play second base this year. So I said, oh, my goodness, what are they going to be doing on third base? And somebody said that they had read an article where they were going to play it by committee. But then maybe they strengthened it up a little bit, because the other day they signed Gia Urshela on a one-year contract. He plays third base. That would be a nice help this year while they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with that in the future. They got beat up pretty good by the Yankees yesterday, and they tied Tampa today. I don't hold a lot of in preseason baseball, just like preseason football. I don't hold a lot of stock in that until it gets down to like the last week or so, last week and a half or 2 weeks before the regular season, when they start playing their starting guys more. 2 days I haven't seen some of the guys on the Tiger roster at all. And the Buffalo Bills. This is going to be a really interesting season on what they are going to do, especially with their cap issues. Yes, the cap was just announced that it went up by $30 million. But even with that $30 million up, the Bills are still like $20 million over the cap. So hopefully they're going to be able to, get some of those contracts restructured to help them out with that, because then you got to start paying those luxury taxes and all of that stuff, and that's crazy costly. I don't know how owners can afford to have $200 million salaries when you only play 8 games at home. So I don't think they make that much money on 8 games, but maybe they do. And then the draft that's going to happen in April. And I'm hoping that the Bills, for the first time in a long time, go out and get a quick, fast wide receiver to help out with the wide receiver issues, because Gabe Davis is a free agent. I don't personally think he's going to make it back to the Bills. I think he's going to get a good offer from somebody. And there are several very good wide receiver prospects and fast ones coming out of college in the draft. So we'll see how that works. If you're really interested in seeing some Buffalo Bills or some other football news, check out Nickel City Mafia. That's the name of the channel my son runs, and they do a lot on Buffalo Bills. They also do stuff on the Buffalo Sabres, and they do stuff on the hockey, the PBA or PGA and so forth. So they're good. They got a lot of stuff going on there. Give them a shout out there. Okay, Celtics. They won against last night, and so they are 45-12 now. The best record in the NBA. 26 games left in the regular season. They're showing all of the qualities. They've been in the finals in the last couple of years and always get eliminated. They're showing winning qualities now. Now I'm keeping my fingers crossed that none of these guys get injured that would hamper the lineups for the playoffs. Because the playoffs are tough enough as it is. You're playing a long season, you're tired, and then you got injuries, and then you got to depend on guys that haven't been in the rotation very much. So keeping my fingers crossed, Celtics on the roll again. Then the Buffalo Sabres. Well, they're 12 points out with 25 games off. That's a pretty disappointing season, but I still watch them like they're watching them over there. Okay, I've been a Buffalo Sabre fan since it became in existence. I'm not going to quit them. We haven't been. We got the longest pro team not being in the playoffs ever with the Sabres this year, but I'm not going to quit them because I'm a Sabre fan and I still watch them. And you know, sure, anything can happen with 25 games left, but to be a realistic, I'm always a realistic person. Making it to the playoffs when you're 12 points out is pretty tough, especially when you have to jump 4 other teams in order to get to that spot and then win that spot. So realistically, I don't think it's going to happen. I hope the GM Kevin Adams does not do anything dumb with the trade line the trade deadline coming up, which is March the 8th, and trade away some good guys to get a rental. Why do we need a rental for? We got so many good prospects down in the AHL. We don't need to be getting rid of somebody that's good. There's been rumors about Casey Middlestaff being drafted. We waited 5 years for him to mature, and now he is mature, and he's one of the top scorers on the Sabres, and people think that he should be traded to get some more prospects. Well, we got a ton of prospects, so we don't need more prospects down there. And it's crazy. They're on the road. Their record's 14-11-3. They just can't play at home. They're 12-16-1 at home. And that is not good. And this is not the first. This is like the third season in a row where they've had a losing record at home. Not real good. So we'll keep on going. Watching my Sabres will be over in 26 games for this year. As far as me, I'm still doing pretty well. I told you I got my teeth missing. My partial broke. I thought I was getting it back this week, and I said, no, you're getting it back next week. So whenever I get it back, I just have to be careful what I'm eating. And still feeling pretty good. I walk every other day. I did a walk this morning, and my walk is about 1.8 miles each time I do it. And that keeps that bad back from returning pain that I was having. So that's about the end of what I have to report. Is any of you people out there want to ask me the questions or you want to bring up a subject? We're about 28 minutes in right now. There's 4 people watching. I'm open. Open. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to shut her on down now. Nobody's coming in with anything. I'm just doing this real slow. And I want to thank you all a lot for your support. Thank you for coming on board today and spending some time with me. This is SoCalSabre saying take care of yourself out there. Be kind to each other and stay safe.